I stand frozen from the other room, watching as Kate and Pops exchange words. His eyes observe her with such admiration, but with an almost pitiful look. I can see that he's losing hope, waiting for the grim cold to take over his corpse. But the light has already left his eyes. It left long ago. It disappeared into oblivion with my mother. He is waiting for death to take him. He waits to be reunited with her. Pops has never accepted the fact that she may not be dead, that she might have simply abandoned us, abandoned him, or that someone has taken her from us. He can't accept the fact that she may not have fought to stay with him as he would have for her. I enter the room, interrupting their silent conversation, only hearing brushes of whispers. "Kate, can you give us a minute, please?" "Yes, of course," she responds while letting go of Pop's hand. "It doesn't need to be this way. I can bring you to get properly treated, and you can get well again." "No, son," he says in a despondent tone. "She wouldn't have wanted this for you. She wouldn't. The Raven, my son, he knows what is best for me. He will bring me to her. She's waiting for me." "There's no Raven, Pops. It's just you and me, and I need you to hear me when I tell you that when you die, she won't be there." His eyes shy away from mine as he gazes out the window, not looking at anything in particular, but avoiding the words I was saying. You know I'm right. She's waiting. The Raven is guiding me to her. The Raven is guiding him into insanity. Mom is not dead. She's missing. "You've seen the trial," Pop says in a raised voice. "You've seen all the women he's killed. To them, she wasn't worth anything. They never looked for her. She never came home. She is dead." My face burns with fury and rage, not directed at my father, but at the world, because deep down, I knew he was right. I feel as though steam is blowing out my ears, but tears roll down my cheeks. "Stop looking for her," he says. "There's no one to look for." I storm out the room, finding Kate kneeling down to the floor close to the door in order to hear our conversation. Her face was red from sobbing. "Why can't you just let him believe she will be there? These are his final moments," she says in a desperate tone. "I will not feed these ridiculous ideas. If you care to do so, then go in, but I will not be there to watch himself die." As I walk down the familiar roads, I begin to reminisce of the pure and joyful moments I have spent with my father, wondering what he would have been like if she had never gone missing. Would the Raven have caught up with him eventually, or did my mother protect him from his inner insanity? Observing my vacant surroundings from a bus bench, I see nothing but sadness. A town of isolation, cut off from the rest of the world. The odd man out of society. Maybe he was right, I thought. Maybe they never looked for her. She just wasn't important enough. I am awakened by the sound of a homeless man rummaging through the garbage next to me, looking at me with a pathetic look, with eyes that begged and pleaded for anything that would keep him going. I gave in. I handed him the last money that I had in my wallet, around $17.50. I sprint home to be reunited with Pops and Kate. When I got there, the house was still and silent. Not a word or a peep, not even cracking from the floorboards. When I walked in the room, Kate was bent over my father's body. When I went to move her, I felt his hand, ice cold. "He died in the night," she said, her face dried with tears and mascara. I sank to the floor, looking at my father dead in his own bed, without his wife by his side, and I thought to myself, I am a child with no parents. I went to the living room to further see the trial in order to see the face of the man that had destroyed my family. When I turned on the television, the same program was on every channel, the search team. They found her. And the most unexpected emotion came over me. I was not happy that my mother had finally been found, but sad. Sad that once again, Pops would be alone.